It was a beautiful day in Leander, Texas. It was the day of volleyball playoffs, my senior year in high school, so my last year to compete, and I was so excited. We had worked so hard to get there. My coach was awesome. She was phenomenal and encouraging. She's very competitive and she worked so hard to get us there. My teammates were some of my best friends in high school, and I was so excited to play with them and be able to experience this with them. And so I went to school that morning, left school at 10:30 to go to our game. We stopped and had lunch at Olive Garden and got back on the bus and drove for 30 minutes and stopped and got um, and had a practice at a gym that was about 30 minutes away from where we were playing our game. And so we had practice, got back on the bus, and we're driving to our game, and all of a sudden the bus driver stops on the side of the road. And we ask him what's wrong, and he says he's not really sure. So we're stranded on the side of the road, not sure if we're going to make it to the game. My coach is freaking out. Everyone's so upset. We don't know if we're going to have to forfeit the game because we're not going to make it there on time. Thankfully, the bus driver is able to fix the bus. Everyone is so thankful for that. And we arrive at the game site 20 minutes before the game starts. Now, we normally warm up about an hour before the game starts, so we were running a little bit late for this huge game, which was very nerve-wracking. So we warm up real quick. We go into the game. If you don't know how volleyball works, it's you play the best 3 out of 5 games. And so you have to win 3 out of the 5 to win the entire match. And so we go in, we play an awesome first game. We win by a lot of points. We go into the second game confident. We win the second game. And so we're thinking, wow, we only have to win one more game to advance to the next spot in playoffs, which is just an awesome feeling. And so we go into the third game a little bit too confident and not as serious and end up losing. But we say, okay, that's fine. We still have 2 more and we only need to win 1 more. And so we go into the fourth game and we end up losing that game as well, which was very disappointing because now we have 1 more game, and whatever team wins this last game is who wins the match overall and advances to the next spot in playoffs. And so we're nervous, our coach is nervous, we're putting a lot of pressure on ourselves, and in that experience I learned that sometimes the situation and how we want things to turn out isn't always what's going to happen, and that there are lessons to be learned even though things don't always turn out our way. So we end up losing the last game and getting cut out of playoffs, and it was very disappointing. We worked so hard to get there, and I felt like we deserved to be there, and I was playing alongside some of my best friends, and we had wanted this goal for so long, and so when that was stripped away from us, I was so upset. But through that disappointment, I learned that um, although sometimes we lose, we win some, we lose some, that there are lessons to be learned, um, and that even though things don't work out our way, I learned so much through that, and I had those awesome relationships, and I couldn't have felt more blessed to have the opportunity.